Hi, how's everybody doing today? That was my adult audience. I had a 20-year-old, two 19-year-olds, and a 12-year-old, and I had my 30-some-year-old wife on the camera. My topic for this speech is the opioid epidemic in the United States. It's become a growing problem, and the data that I collected is from 2016 to 2018. And the topic is more of how opioids lead to opiate, which is heroin addiction, and the overdose deaths in the United States has just become overwhelming on opiate and opioid overdoses. Some of the data that I collected is not just for the teenage group like it used to be. Now it's for the ages of 40 and up. And my first main point is that, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention in 2016, 2,881,662 people were prescribed opioids as a prescription. That's 65% of every 100 people. Well, I'm sorry, 66.5% of every 100 people. That's a staggering number. And just to prove a point, in 2018, 21 to 29% of people prescribed opioids were abusing them. Now that's a staggering number, and my goal is for this speech is to persuade the audience that these should quit being prescribed by our medical professionals. It's just uncalled for. It is just uncalled for. My second main point is opioids are highly addictive. Most people get prescribed opioids for chronic pain, and that's according to the National Institute of Drug Abuse in 2018. With the amount of people switching to heroin, because heroin is a cheaper drug than prescription painkillers, this is just causing these overdose numbers to just grow to ridiculous amounts. Opioid overdoses is not just hitting the big cities, it's hitting the urban areas, it's hitting the rural areas, it's hitting the country towns, it's overwhelming small towns. West Virginia, Kentucky, Southern Ohio, they are terrible, places for these addictions, and it's just wiping out small towns. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse in 2017, there were over 18,000 deaths involving prescription painkillers, and right at 14,000 deaths involving just heroin alone. And like I say, these numbers are just staggering. And the rising number of deaths in the epidemic is due to the medical professionals. Now, I know this will not take the drug away, it will not take heroin off the streets, but it will sure lower the percentages of overdose deaths. It will sure lower the percentages of addiction if the medical professionals would just stop prescribing opioids to the patients. It's become a growing problem in the United States, and it's become a growing problem worldwide, because drug addicts substitute the drugs. I'm a recovering addict myself, and I got addicted to opiates from prescription painkillers myself because I could get it cheaper. I've been in recovery now from that for a number of years, and I'm a chemical dependency counselor today, and I deal with this problem every day. And I watch my clients leave treatment and go out there and get back on them and die. And I've watched them go to the hospitals while in treatment and get prescribed opioids all over again and wake their addiction back up again. And with this, that is all I have today. I hope I can persuade an audience to get on my side and advocate against just putting a ban on opioids. Thank you.